Okay, so there you have it, my 7 alternatives that I tried. Make sure to check out FridayWe'reInLove.com. The blog post on this will list out links and more details about everything. If you are viewing this movie from the blog, great, check all the links there. Quick conclusion on everything. Lipsense is wonderful. It's a good product, and I like that you can layer different colors because you do the 3 different layers, so you can kind of customize your lipstick as you go. I like that the colors are good, and I like that it's vegan and non-GMO and all those things. The main negative is just the price point and knowing that you're giving up, if you're paying $55, you're giving up $27.50 for multi-level marketing payments. So that's the main downside, but it is a great product. The lower end, the Wet n Wild, after I wore this a couple more times, I actually liked it even more. It was a little less flaky than I showed in the movie, and I found that I'll wear this like running errands or whatever, and if I do condition my lips, if I put some coconut oil on before I use this does last several hours. So for $3, hard to beat. Let's talk about CoverGirl next. Okay, CoverGirl was one of the first ones I tried, so I think it was a little bit like, the color didn't work as well, but I actually do think the color worked great on this. The more I use it, the more I like this one. I would put this in my top 2 alternatives, I think. Big fan, and there are tons of colors with CoverGirl. It's about $8 a piece. You get a little bit less color in it than some of the others, but since you only have to do 1 coat, and since it does last as long as it says, this is one that I put on early in the morning, wore late at night, and I feel like it stuck around. CoverGirl is definitely one of the best options. Revlon is very similar in structure to Lipsense. The gloss is great on it. The color did fade on it, but it lasted really well for about 8 hours, and once again, for about $8. That's excellent. This one also had the most colors I found in drugstores. So you have more opportunities with Revlon, I think, than most of the other brands. MAC, I really like just because I've been a MAC person for a long time, and it held up to everything it said it would. It stayed bright and true till the very end. The gloss was great. I like it better than Lipsense gloss. Only downside, $25, and you get a little bit less than you do ounce per ounce with Lipsense. So some people may argue that they're actually about the same cost, but since you only have to do 1 layer with this one, it ends up being a far better value. So MAC is a great one if you're a MAC person and you kind of want to go middle road and not do a drugstore brand, but not quite splurge on Lipsense. The Rimmel is the one that started it all, and a lot of people love it. I like the Provocalips too. Pretty good. The first time I did have a lot of flaking with it, like I said, but the more I use it, the better it gets. I had that with Lipsense too, for the record. You do have to condition your lips to get used to wearing a color and a gloss. So coconut oil is about the only thing you can do, plus this. So I like this. I like that they are only about $7.50 to $8 depending what store you go to. There are not very many colors in the Rimmel, so that's my only downside to that one, and it is an incredibly thick formula, which can be a downside for a lot of people, but I'd still say it's probably 3rd place. And then I saved some of my favorites for last. I really liked the L'Oreal one. The colors are great on it. There's a lot of options with this one as well. It's also about $8. And I think the only downside is it faded a little faster than some of my other favorites, but I think it went on smoother than most of them. So I will definitely be purchasing more L'Oreal lip color, and I would put this probably as 2nd place, and I saved favorite for last. I think Maybelline wins on this one. Maybe it's just the color that I purchased, but this one lasted so well, as you can see in the movie. Lasted from early in the morning to late at night. This one claims to be a 24-hour color. This one's also 8, I think it was 8 or 9 most places I saw. And I just double checked before I started this. They have 30 color options, so you can't go wrong. So there you go. I thought I'd be telling you originally which ones worked, which ones didn't, but all of these worked, and I think it just depends price point, colors you want, what you're willing to try. Once again, remember they're a little bit different than how Lipsense goes on, but if you're ready to kind of break the expensive addiction and start finding excellent alternatives, there are 7.